presented by Pickett Sports, sleeper picks, breaking down, well, MLB All-Star Game. We'll get into some MLB win totals that are up and adjusted at DraftKings. There are some NBA win season totals. Probably save that for tomorrow. We'll see how much time we have, but we are going to continue our draft. Today is Offensive Rookie of the Year. We made a little pivot. We're going to do, Offensive Player of the Year. So Offensive Player of the Year today. We drafted MVP the other day, and we drafted what did we draft yesterday? Offensive Rookie of the Year. So today is Offensive Player of the Year. Again, most people agree that I dominated MVP. I dominated the Offensive Rookie of the Year. So let's try to continue this dominance. Brian, Josh, what's going on, guys?
Chilling, man. Listen, the All-Star Game was a snooze fest, but it got spicy at the end. So I kind of like watched the first inning, and then I watched 7 through 9, which was great. It wasn't intentional. I was just busy, but I thought it worked out pretty well.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things you talked about yesterday that, unfortunately for people wanting to watch fireworks, the best way to win money on some of these big events is just to have the unfun bets. Because I know I took the under 7.5 with Will, and then I used a boost on the under 8, like even on DraftKings. So I had like 2 handles on that. But it's kind of not fun if you're rooting for runs. But sometimes these events that have so much attention on them are the snooze fests, or are the boring bettors can make some more money on them.
Dude, it was so boring that when I was watching SportsCenter later, it didn't even really dawn on me what was happening until right now. They were showing highlights of the last time that the All-Star Game was at Safeco with Cal Ripken Jr. hitting a home run and like A-Rod shoving him to play shortstop because it was so cute. And it was just like, now I'm realizing they were showing more of those highlights after the game because it was way more exciting than what happened. But yeah, I mean, if you wanted to be,
I think I don't agree with you guys. I thought it was a decent game. I mean, it was tight the whole time. It was 1-1 in the 6th. Then the AL gets a run. Then the NL hits a home run to take a 3-2 lead. And then the AL had men on base, Julio up with a chance to win it, 2 on, 2 out. Like, it was a well played game. I don't know. I mean, people are looking for home run derby. It's the best pitchers in baseball. Pitching beats hitting. It's what you expect. I mean,
I'll say this: I'm when it comes to MLB or baseball, I'm also a pitching nerd as well. So I like watching good pitching. So that's I'm a little biased in that regard as well.
Well, I was happy. I gave out a bet that actually won under 3.5 home runs, which was pretty sweet. Wasn't sweaty. Thought it was gonna be sweaty when there's a home run so early, but got kind of lucky, I guess.
Yeah, no, I thought it was a good game. Again, I miss when they were playing for something. I miss when they wore their team's uniforms. It looks stupid, like with those stupid.
They're just trying to make money, and like the helmet was freaking awful.
Yeah. Oh, the NL helmet looked terrible. Yeah, MLB's marketing. We always make fun of it at times, but I don't know if you saw, but Bryce Harper was on like the poster outside of the stadium too. He's not even an all-star. I'm like, what is the MLB doing at times? Like sometimes they just make questionable choices.
I don't know if you guys saw. I was on the air, so I was watching with one eye. The first 2 batters, were those going to be home runs or not? It was Freeman and Acuna, like right away. I think it was like first, second pitch of the game. The no-run first inning was in doubt. It looked like Acuna might have hit one out, and I think it was Garcia caught it. Was that ball going to get out or probably not, right? Either one of those?
It looked like the one Garcia was going to get out because I know a lot, especially, it was really close too because I watched it. My first thing I did is I went to Twitter and I saw a lot of people that were like, yeah, that's sorry. Okay. I misspoke. Yeah. Because I saw a lot of people on Twitter doing the whole StatCast or all these like, oh, I had this for home run or yes, you're on first inning. So it was close. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. You can always tell by how Twitter complain. Again, you can always tell if something was pro or negative by how Twitter responds to it.
And we're sort of burying the lead because we sat here yesterday. I was like, I think it'll be a low scoring game. I think it'll be an under. I like the NL, but look for somebody coming off the bench for the NL if you like the NL, because it could be a long shot, could be someone random. And I took a shot on Soler, Albies, and then 100-1 at FanDuel. Diaz wins the award. Just crazy.
Yeah, that was nuts.
I mean, so I had a screenshot of it too, which is really funny, of all the live MVP odds on FanDuel, and he was like 90th listed, but it quickly changed from like plus 1 million to minus 300 after the home run. Sure. And even at minus 300, I was thinking that's actually like not even a bad bet. I mean, it's gonna be
only a 1-run lead though. You're basically betting on the money line of the National League. Because and it's interesting. I don't think we talked about this yesterday. If it went to extra innings, maybe we did talk about it. Then it ends with a home run derby, and I don't know how that would have affected the final score. Like, do they call it 3-3 like they do in soccer, or do you get a point if you win the home run derby? That would have been interesting. Yeah. We almost got there. I didn't see anybody with a Diaz ticket. I wasn't going out of my way to look for it, but I'm sure they cleaned up.
I saw some people on Twitter like almost post say like drop your ticket below if you have one, and I haven't really seen one yet.
So I saw one person, but they put it felt like they were like a Colorado fan. They put like $5 on it, which is not bad bet. Like, I mean, they won money. So
I worry sometimes people will put $5 on the entire board, then somebody's going to win and then be like, "Oh, look, I had this bet," like looking to victory lap it. But yeah, that's crazy. That's one
Well,
if you put $5.
it only works when the guy that was 100 to 1 wins and you bet everybody, right?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, and even if you put $5 on it, you're probably kicking yourself. Man, what if I did 20? What if I did 50? That's just, man, that's a hell of a hit. A little frustrating. Look, I didn't even think to bet him, but I was sort of in the right range where it's like, hey, NL long shot, someone random, someone's going to win it with a hit late. It was the wrong guy, man. That's a hell of a win. If you had that bet to just sit there and watch him hit the home run and have to sweat the final 6 outs or so, that's a hell of a way to cash it. We'll get to our draft here in a minute. I will say MLB win seasons, win totals are up at DraftKings. I think they're probably up at a few books. There's one to me that jumps out to me. Kansas City Royals under 53.5 wins. They have 26 wins through 91 games. In order to go over, they would need to win 28 games in their final 71 games. I don't see how they get there. They are awful. Any little talent they have, they'll probably trade off. They already traded Chapman. They'll probably trade some more guys if anybody wants their guys. Under 53.5 for the Royals. Now, you got to tie up your money till end of September or so. But to me, this is a great bet, like a 65, 70% bet. This to me is just a bad number, a bad line. I like the under of the Royals. Anything else jump out to anyone?
Yeah, I was giving a look. That was actually fun. That was the one I was looking at too, just because we like to make fun of the A's being so bad, almost make it funny that teams like the Royals that are just as bad kind of like get a pass. But yeah, they like what do you know what the A's was listed at? Was it
50.5? I think.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like that's probably where the Royals should be. Is around that
Right.
is around that range. So I do like that one a lot.
Well, are you scared of taking the under on the A's if it's 50.5? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying take the A's. I'm saying the Royals.
I would hit the under on that.
Yeah.
What I gotta look. There's a few more I did like. I did like Cardinals under 75.5 just because they could trade Arenado, Goldschmidt. They haven't played well. They could trade a bunch of guys too. I like to target these teams that are going to be sellers. So to me, Pirates under 72.5. I think Rockies under 62.5. Some of these bad teams are just going to get killed second half of the season. So there are a few of these I like. Yeah.
You mentioned sellers. Are the Angels in that category?
I like Angels under 80.5, even if they don't sell Ohtani. I mean, it's a free roll. If you sell Ohtani, if they sell Ohtani, your bet's basically a lock. If they don't trade Ohtani, you got still like a decent bet, I think. I don't think they're going over. They're going in the wrong direction. They have a very hard second half schedule too.
1-9 in their last 10. Yeah.
Awful. And no Trout, no Rendon. Who knows with Ohtani if they trade him, which they should. I think they're got to at least think about it. I mean, who knows? But that to me, Angels under is a good one too.
Yep, for sure.
Anything else jump out to anyone?
I'm like looking at some more now because like some of these are high too. I mean, the Braves are 103.5. That's a scary one.
I saw 102.5, and I did play over that. I played a bunch of these.
I was looking at the
Braves already went. Braves already went to 104.
Yeah, well, the most regular season wins by any team 104.5. That's
I would just play the Atlanta over. If it's still 102.5, I'd play the Atlanta over.
talking about the Rays though, like they need to play like 55% ball.
They're not getting to 105.
They're at 58 right now with 50. Oh, right. No, there's like only 50.
Yeah, they're not getting to 105. They're adjusted to 95.5. I thought about playing over them too.
Not even. I don't even think the Braves, honestly, but
you don't think so?
I don't know. I mean, that's.
Have you?
They're already at a 67% winning percentage. I was gonna say that's a 67% winning percentage.
They never lose too. Let's just look at their schedule here.
What's crazy is these odds are so funny. Most regular season wins by any team on DraftKings is 104.5 plus 105, but you can get +1, which is a better line than playing the Braves by himself. Because then if like Tampa Bay gets hot and all of a sudden does what they did in the beginning of the season, then you have two teams for better price.
Man, so what's Atlanta and what's the best record?
Atlanta's 103.5.
Oh, I'm just comparing the two books. Atlanta on FanDuel is
gotcha.
They're 104.5. Best record.
They're middle somewhere because you could play over on Atlanta, under on the best record, and I mean you can't lose them both probably.
Not for the price.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because Atlanta, I mean, the thing with these win totals, they're very middleable because you're right in the direction. Like it's going to be within a game or two, either way. Let's see here. All right. You want to get to our draft? Wasn't sweaty at all. Thomas, thanks for that.
Yeah, I was going to say, before we close off here, I was going to mention one thing is we talked about the Reds so much. I was going to say, this is not a win total, but the one thing I did write down is that they are plus 100 on DraftKings just to make the playoffs. I actually don't hate that in terms of I'm not necessarily sure they're going to be a wild card team, but
I like the no, to be honest. I hate to say it.
I don't buy into the Brewers. That's just me. I don't buy into the fact that the Brewers are as good as they're projected to be because they're minus 110 to win the division. I don't buy the Brewers.
Part of this is I have big tickets on the Reds and I'm just hedging, and I don't know, man. That pitching, unless you get Green and Lodolo back ASAP, and these injuries with these pitchers, they're so careful they can linger. Man, the Luke Weavers of the world and Williamson. I don't know. That was a big 2 out of 3 for Milwaukee to beat Cincy. Then they play again each other out of the break. Then they play again the end of the month. So a lot will be decided head to head. I don't know. I mean, it's still a decent Brewers team. It's not a good Brewers team. I don't know. I looked at Cincy too, under 84.5. Is that team really getting to 85 wins with that pitching? I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's an interesting one for sure, especially because the Brewers line's 85.5 as well.
Right. All right. Should we get to the draft? Anybody else have any thoughts on anything?
I have golf. If I want me to give it out real quick.
Yeah, it's a shitty tournament. What is it, Barbasol?
No, we have Scottish Open.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Scottish Open stacked. DP World Tour, PGA Tour collab. Only the second year that they're collabing together, so should be exciting. I went with Ricky Fowler. I got him on Pinnacle at 24-1. You have to play him. Outside of Scotty Scheffler, he's the best golfer in the world right now. Number 1 in strokes gained total. Number 4 in strokes gained approach. At this course, you're going to need really good around the green plays. Number 3 strokes gained around the green. I went with Matt Fitzpatrick, he has great allegiances to the DP World Tour, great playing overseas. He's gained a ton of length off the tee, and he has the approach play and the ball striking to compete around here. And of course, I went with Jordan Spieth. I hate this phrase, but it's true. When you think about a links style specialist, that's Jordan Spieth. But this course is a good mix of more than just links. It's like links, parkland, coastal, like a little bit of combination of everything. But here you're going to need to be great with your wedges, and Jordan's the best wedge player out there. I'll rattle off a couple of top 10s and top 20s that I have. I didn't post this yet because I didn't bet it myself. I have to actually put money in the account. But on BetUS, I'm taking Scotty Scheffler top 10 plus 105. I have Matt Fitzpatrick top 20 plus 120. Tommy Fleetwood top 20 plus 110. Minwoo Lee top 20 plus 160. Those are my bets.
How about Burns 50-1? Is Burns 50-1 worth a shot here?
Sure. You're basically playing the price in a guy who could get hot. Like, I'm not a huge Burn buyer, but I want Burns where you need a little bit more of a ball striking place, like where you want to be excellent off the tee. Here, like, I'm just going with guys who are long off the tee because there's not really any trouble. It has its pot bunkers, it's fescue, but it's not really that penal.
Fowler is 18-1 at the legal books. Would you still play it at 18-1?
Yeah, because he's only 20. He only opened at 20-1 on legal books.
So 18-1's okay for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Once you get below 21, I know 18-1's an awesome payout. I just feel like there's so many guys with golf where it's like 18-1. Like, I'm probably not going to win. I don't know. I just want a little more bang for my buck. That's probably a flaw in my thinking, though.
True, but if we look at, like, there's only been like 2 guys in these elevated events who've won that were higher than like 25-1. I have the data. Let me see if I can pull it up. I can't pull it up, but the data is like, I think the average before Wyndham Clark won, the average was 22-1 for all of the elevated events.
Good point.
So
good point. Yep. And Clark was like 95-1, but certainly an outlier. All right, should we draft?
Awesome. Yeah, let's draft.
And Tone is keeping track of these, right? Like, I have my guys written down, but are we?
Yeah.
Okay. And Tone has all the odds and everything.
Yeah. It's in a sheet, a Google sheet. Yeah.
All right. Should we use FanDuel or DraftKings? Let me see if FanDuel has it up. They were acting a little wonky yesterday.
FanDuel does have it up.
FanDuel does have it up, but yesterday they had it up for you guys. They didn't have it up for me. Let's see here. NFL awards. And again, I am going first, then Josh, then Brad, then Brian. This is going to be Offensive Player of the Year, correct?
Yes.
I'm not seeing it here on FanDuel.
It's for sure there. It's season awards. It's
sure
like the fourth one over at the top.
Let's see. Who's the short shot? Is it Jefferson at 10-1? Is that what you guys are seeing?
No, Jefferson's 14-1 on FanDuel.
Ooh,
yep.
That's a juicy number.
Yeah, FanDuel has a lot better odds for these, actually.
Yeah.
Like, a lot better. Holy shit.
I'm going to draft. Player of the Year's here. All right.
Yeah.
And again, just to recap, The other day, day one, we did MVP. Day two, we did Offensive Rookie of the Year. I dominated both drafts, so looking to dominate again. Hopefully, you guys step up your game, make this somewhat competitive, but I have my doubts.
We're just not responding to you.
I will go first, and I will go with Offensive Player of the Year. I will go McCaffrey at 16-1 just because of the usage. Shanahan, you got to worry about him staying hurt, but staying healthy. But I will go CMC 16-1 here.
You mean my NFL MVP pick at 200-1 in this draft?
I did. We don't drug test the Goldboys, so that was a good pick for you.
Right on. Yeah, no, you guys didn't get drug tested?
No.
Anyway, no. So, man, this is so fun. Honestly, like this is my favorite one because it's like the quarterbacks are like kind of right at the second tier, and like everybody at the top is not.
It's like an actual fantasy draft.
But I don't. Yeah, kind of. But I don't quite understand like why Pat Mahomes even won it as the last quarterback to do it. I don't know. There was even better quarterbacks that year, but.
Which year did he win it? Just to be clear, because
18.
Yep.
So the year he won MVP.
Yep. The year he won MVP.
We should clarify. This is a weird award. Sometimes it's just the best non-MVP. It's like, hey, best quarterback gets the MVP. The best like running back / receiver gets Offensive Player of the Year. And sometimes they just randomly give it to the quarterback. So this award is all over the place. I just thought we should point that out.
Well, and so that's why I'm like so interested in like when Pat Mahomes won it, because I'm like, I don't know, like his numbers were good. I mean, he had 5,200 yards passing and 41 touchdowns. That's very, very good. But like he had 50 the next year and didn't win it. And I'm just like, I don't know. It doesn't seem to make much sense. Maybe it's just like hype, but
they don't give out like Offensive Player of the Year like back to back a lot. Like
right.
Yeah, for sure. So is that why we're all staying away from Justin Jefferson? Give me Jamar Chase, whatever. I'll take the 12-1.
Fuck you. I know what you're going to.
I just want him to be healthy because when he's healthy, he's a yak monster. And I think Joe Burrow is going to be more upright this year, which is why I also have him in the MVP draft there at 7-1, 7 whatever. So, give me Jamar.
I'm going with Tyreek Hill 20-1. Tyreek Hill was at one point the favorite last year. Then Tua went down and kind of screwed his numbers. Year two of them two playing together. So yeah, give me Tyreek Hill 20-1.
I mean,
still was filthy.
I'll take the 14-1 for Jefferson. I feel like this is an award where, I mean, wide receivers won it 3 of the last 4 years. He's won it before, which is kind of like my only hesitation, but I'll take a guy like that. So I get back-to-back second pick. Oh, this is. I feel like I can get this in the wraparound, but I'm going to go Jalen Hurts. I want to do it only because you kind of talk about this award could be anything, and he is 25-1. And if there's a situation where he doesn't win MVP, but he is right there, second again, I like the idea that it might be one of those given to the second best overall player or second best quarterback. So that way I hedge my MVP and I have two options to win on that one.
Did you do back-to-back picks already?
Yeah.
I don't want to give mine away.
Jefferson and Hurts.
All right, cool.
I'm excited about it. Usually it's Brian the one not paying attention. Today it's Brad.
I'm paying attention. I normally have notes. Like I'm looking at the odds board a lot, you know. Normally I just have this list of people who I want, and
10-minute quarters.
I'm gonna go with Garrett Wilson.
Nice.
Garrett Wilson, Offensive Rookie of the Year last year. He can do what Justin Jefferson did, went from Rookie of the Year to Player of the Year. So
good pick, I think.
Yes, let me get Nick Chubb. So glad nobody took him 20-1. Like
the family show. What did you just say? What?
I said I have a Nick Chubb right now for Chubb.
I'm just waiting for you to get canceled eventually. I really am.
Cancel the man.
Yeah.
We can bring Nick Larson.
What if they're like, what if this is the best offense that he's ever played in? Like, don't short Chubb. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah,
I have a short Chubb.
Fair.
Anyway, next pick.
Let the
I am going to
land.
go. I got two kind of weird ones I like. I am going to go Jerry Jeudy 55-1. I just thinking that Sean Payton offense, he is going to be in that role, that Michael Thomas role, where he is just going to be a catch machine. Got a chance to lead the league in catches in that offense. Again, he's got to stay healthy with all these guys. And that's always a concern, but I like that offense for him. I like Payton. I think Jeudy has all the talent, so I will take Jeudy at 55-1.
Did you watch that video of him running the routes?
No.
He looked freaking amazing.
He looks good.
He looks in really good shape.
Was that on anyone's radar or no?
I had another player that I was probably 2 players I was gonna go before him. So
Who was
I
it?
like
won't
it
take
though.
him.
No, because you go before me.
Yeah.
I will go with the same category, same sort of thinking. I'll go AJ Brown 55 to 1, and what could be the best team, a good offense. He's got a lot of talent around him. I'll just grab AJ Brown at 55 to 1.
Ooh. I could probably get this guy 2 on the way back, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4 more picks. I'm just gonna take him 2 as my homer pick for Saquon at 40 to 1.
That's the stupidest fucking pick I've ever heard. Sorry,
Yeah, terrible. Terrible.
Tell me why that was bad.
Let me know when it's my turn, and then I'll tell you why.
No, it's your turn.
Really?
I
For
hope
real?
he doesn't win now because now you guys. Well, that'd actually be funny if he won and you could clip
That'd be
me out
hilarious
laughing.
if he
Saying
won.
it's
I mean,
stupid.
there's reason to take him anyway. I'm down to hear why that's stupid because
He's always
whatever.
hurt.
The only thing that's stupid was I could have
He's
got him on the way
always hurt.
back.
He's always hurt.
No, but the year that he wasn't.
Well, listen. Why take Saquon when you could take Tony Pollard 45 to 1?
Because I'm a Giants fan.
Because he's sober.
I don't want
now,
to
I think.
There's more upside with Tony Pollard, better price. What do you mean sober?
Josh, Brad, that's your pick, right? Right, Pollard.
Yep.
I mean, right, Brad. Okay, Brian, you got 2.
All right, give me 40 to 1. Brees Hall, taking the guy that we Brad mentioned, the offense. If things open up, we talk about narrative. People love Brees Hall, and if he can stay healthy, I think it's 40 to 1 is a decent shot. And then I
love taking running backs come off torn ACLs. You don't need your ACLs.
Yeah, well, I'm taking the 40 to 1. Okay, well, let's get into this. I'm taking the narrative guy. I think people just love that dude. And then I'll take Jonathan Taylor. I'll take 2 running backs because I have some other options. I wanted to take Cup, but I already have a guy in Justin Jefferson that I think has better odds and has already won the award. And I don't want to stack up on players that have won it so recently where you don't want to have the voter fatigue in there. But I feel like if you win the award, I'm always a little bit more hesitant to back you if you want it recently.
Yeah, I mean it's a bad pick, but it's not as bad as Barkley. All right, let's see, Brad, you're up again.
What's your list look like?
I didn't want to do this, but I'm just going to go with Cooper Kupp. I mean, he's still sitting there. He's literally the only wide receiver on that team. He's going to get 15 targets a game.
No, I like
their backup quarterback. Let me ask you that. I'm not asking rhetorical. Who is their backup quarterback?
Oh my God, because they got rid of what's his name, dude? I don't know. Wow,
Google's invented, right? We could probably just Google it.
It's Brett Ripien.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah, dude, let's go. That's good. We're good.
Yep.
No, that can't be true. That's their backup quarterback.
You calling ESPN.com a liar?
Or Stetson
Bennett.
Bennett.
Stetson Bennett. Yeah, I guess. Jeez.
Okay, yes, I'm in on Cooper Kupp.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to be great to throw him the ball. You can run literally every single route.
Literally, it's Vince Skoranek.
It will be Stetson Bennett or Brett Rippon throwing him the ball at some point.
It will, but listen,
John Melendez says, "What about Burrow?" Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Didn't Rippon throw for like 360 like in the last couple of years?
Yeah.
Combined, maybe.
No, he had a 360-yard game. I think it was for the Niners. It was random as hell.
He played for the Broncos for a little bit. I don't remember where else. I remember he started a Thursday night game once against the Jets.
Yeah.
That COVID year. Who is up? It is Josh, right? Or did you go? Did you go, Brad?
I went.
You took up, right? Okay.
Yeah. So it's back around already? Oh, wow. Was not ready for that.
Oh, my gosh. All right.
Really wasn't.
Josh loses his turn. I'll go twice.
No, he doesn't. I protest. Man, no one's taking him too.
Not gonna lie, I already regret my pick. Because I don't think the guy I want is gonna be on the back end. I sometimes forget how long
Lamar, right?
No.
Give me Lamar.
Yeah, sometimes you forget
Lamar Jackson. He's quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens.
For now.
22 to 1. I don't hate it, actually.
Yeah. Sometimes you forget how long these wraparounds are. Because when I took these 2, I was like, oh, I'll go 2 shorter shots because this longer shot guy I really want, but he'll be around. And then you look at the board and like, oh, wow, 8 picks is a lot. Like, you don't realize.
There's a lot on here, man. There's like this is a wide open.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I think we can go pretty deep on this and stuff.
Yes, that's what she said. Yes. Yeah, for MVP, it was like not one of these guys I would bet. For offensive player of the year, there's like 10 of these guys. Like, oh, he could win it. He could win it. That was like actually decent odds for some of these guys, which means they're all probably.
Yeah, you guys have the audacity to call my pick stupid. Wait, who's that? Is it Will twice?
Yeah, me twice.
You've been just stalling this whole time. That's what's happening right now.
It is. Whew. He's always freaking hurt.
Over here.
He's always hurt, but It's just a talent play. It's a good offense. It's a good
John
team.
Melendo wants to know if anybody took Joe Burrow yet.
I read that. I said we'll get there. Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody's took him yet. Nobody's taken him yet.
Okay.
And nobody's taking him now. Debo Samuel 40-1.
Nice.
I like
catching, receiving, good offense.
Yeah.
He'll probably be hurt. He probably won't win, but at 40-1, I'll take a swing. And I'll take a swing at another guy.
Man, the back-to-back picks is nice.
I loved it, dude. That's how I dominated.
You wait a while though. You wait.
Yeah. As I'm learning, each
fine. You just gotta be patient. Because
I'm just saying,
you have 2 picks is you're gonna take somebody that somebody thought about taking. You have 2 in a row.
Yeah.
You're for sure gonna grab someone that someone's gonna be like, God damn it! Like,
I'll just take Patrick Mahomes at 25-1. Nobody's taking him, right?
No.
Yeah, I'll take it. I mean, again, we don't know what this award is. If he's that great, he's going to win the MVP and not the offensive player, even maybe. But at 25-1, I'm taking him.
He came in second last year in the voting.
I might actually bet that too.
He was MVP and he came in second last year.
I know it doesn't really make a lot of sense.
We just like to give out awards. Like now we're just handing out NBA in-season tournaments. Is it back to me?
Yeah, it's back to you.
Yes.
NBA Cup.
You have 5 seconds to pick.
Oh man. Let me filibuster and talk about some random bullshit
Warren.
like you just did, so I could get to our time.
Brad, you're up. Josh loses.
Stephon Diggs.
I like that pick.
He comes back angrier than ever. It helps him be a better wide receiver. It just sucks because I already bet under on Josh Allen's yards, but that was for more than the $50 I might win here. So I'll just take Stephon Diggs.
Should we mention too? I think we should mention once we make our picks. Is this something you'd actually bet too?
Yeah, we should do that.
Man, I mean, I'm not tying up money and things like this other than like team unders in the NFL. Yeah. I'm so crusty about, I mean, we all are, right? With over-unders and things like that. But Brad, you're up.
I am going to go with Bijan Robinson, 45-1.
It's not terrible. It's not terrible.
45-1, yeah.
What's the challenge there?
I bet this. I bet this too. So.
Oh, nice.
Brian twice.
I got back to back. Give me Travis Kelce at 50-1.
Motherfucker! I didn't think you would take that. God damn it!
I was thinking you were honestly. I was thinking you were gonna take it.
I was gonna take. I was really about to take it. I said nobody's gonna take it. I'll take Mahomes.
He was the guy that I wanted to wait on, and I was like watching all these things. I thought you were gonna take him. I mean, give me the talent play. People love him. They love his podcast. Everyone loves Travis Kelce. He has the option to go off.
I'm a Jason guy personally, but yeah.
I mean, I love Jason Kelce too, but to be honest, they're awesome. So back to back.
They both kind of annoy the shit out of me. I don't really like Kelce. I don't really like Travis Kelce, but he's he's just an unbelievable player, and they don't have any proven things at wide receiver. I think that's a great number for him.
Yeah,
I just think it's hilarious that I think this is the third straight draft that Justin Fields has been like top 10 in odds, and no one's even like he's gonna win offensive. He's gonna win the Player of the Year and MVP.
Yeah, it's still better here to bet this one for him than
Give me I'm gonna go 35-1. I'll take the Joe Burrow. I'll take the other quarterback to hedge if they give it to a quarterback for once again.
One's really good for him.
That's great.
I'm going
CeeDee Lamb. Okay. I'm just going to take both bases with CeeDee Lamb and Tony Pollard. So CeeDee Lamb 35-1.
Would you draft both of them in fantasy and have them on your team and not be worried about them eating up each other's stuff?
I don't know. Maybe
I don't mind betting on an offense like when I remember like back in the Peyton Manning Broncos, like just give me all the Broncos. I'm just betting on that offense.
Yeah.
Give me their third wide receiver.
Yeah. So
that has to be like an elite offense. Otherwise, you're right. You're eating into it. But
my first year in my big money fantasy league, I only knew like 3 of the 12 people in there, and my team name was the Cincinnati Bengals, and it was the year the Bengals went to the Super Bowl, and I had Joe Burrow, like Jamar Chase, Joe Mixon, and like T Higgins or something like that, and like it was the worst idea ever. And I didn't have Chase. I had those 3 and like the defense, whatever. And I had like this crazy stack where I made it to the finals only because T Higgins had like that 48-point performance or whatever. So sometimes if you believe in an offense, I like to kind of stack up on an offense.
What have we picked? We've picked 5 each or so. I mean, chances are that the guy who wins it is already on a team, but we can keep picking other.
Not yet, because Amon-Ra St. Brown just got picked.
It's a good one. I love St. Brown.
I love that pick. I thought about it, and I was just like, God, I wish he just played for any other team than the Lions.
Why are you so anti-Detroit?
Because if you have a wide receiver playing from the Lions, and they're going to compare him to Megatron every single time. like they're like, oh well, Megatron did this, and it's just like voter bias. It's like sucks for him, you know.
You think that hurts him really? That he's
Yeah.
not really good? That's crazy. Yeah.
I love this category and I hate it. There's so many guys that could realistically win. Like that's not impossible that he wins.
Says the guy that just drafted CD Lamb that has to live up to Miles Austin's shoes. So it's real there.
I think we're officially done with NFL talk. Thanks for shutting it down, Brian.
Okay. Who's up? It's me, right? Me twice?
No, I just took him on Ross St. Brown.
Yeah, so it's me.
No, you're good.
So I'm going twice. Nobody's taking Herbert, right?
Yeah,
so we get him next.
Just a realistic guy that can win, and there's not that many of those left. I'll take him at 35-1. Again, if he's that great, maybe he wins MVP and doesn't win this, but we have no idea really what this award is sometimes. So 35-1, I'll just put it in my pocket and cover my bases with a guy I know is going to have really good stats. I get another pick.
I'm assuming you wouldn't bet that, Will.
Nah, no. There's so many of these, like, I wouldn't mind betting it, but there's so many of these I actually kind of like. Like, I don't
and
know
the juice is going to be worth it to make like 5 bets, honestly.
Right. I totally agree. Yeah. I don't know. What's everyone's favorite bet so far? Just like on the board, forget pick. Like, what if you had to bet on this? What would you pick? Because I'm looking for
my favorite
in general.
I didn't hear anybody. What was it?
Mine's my actual pick, Tyreek Hill.
Okay.
Yeah. I was gonna say I try not to be biased, but I do like AJ Brown 55-1. If you're going for those longer shot receivers that have the potential just to blow up, so it's actually your pick, Will. But
yes,
in a shocking turn of events,
Brian, I think that was super biased. I don't think AJ Brown's a pick on this board.
What'd you say, Josh?
I 55-1. I there's a difference if you factor in the odds. I think 55-1 is he's like the fourth or fifth wide receiver in terms of who could win it.
I just think he eats up so much. Smith's going to eat up so much from there.
You could say he eats up the coverage too, and that gives him more opportunities. You can't double either one. I don't know. You can play it both ways. I'd say probably Mahomes is my favorite of the ones I've taken so far.
I don't think what's crazy is I don't think I've ever bet a quarterback as offensive player of the year, like which is
weird. It's a weird category. I had Jefferson last year. I bet Jefferson. I gave out Jefferson last year at 25-1, 21. It made no sense that number.
Do you guys
Jefferson and Tyreek Hill?
And do you guys think that like MVP is an award that's given out? Obviously, it's more of a quarterback award, but it's also like, is that quarterback's team winning, right? And then like for the offensive player of the year, like doesn't really have to be on like a winning team. How do you base that criteria? Is like for offensive player of the year, do you need to be on a decent team at least, like around 500, or could you be on like?
I think if you're going off, I think it's less about winning.
Yeah, every voter is different too. Some people might look at it that way. Some people might say that doesn't factor in.
Arbitrary. That's why I'm just.
I also feel like
just the final point there was like I'd rather bet on MVP for that reason. I've never bet on offensive player of the year because I would just rather know that like this team has to be good and there's some criteria I can follow there. You know.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think the other thing, at least the way I look at it too, it's MVP is supposed to be most valuable for your team. Offensive player of the year, it doesn't really matter. Again, I feel like it kind of takes away that narrative of being valuable to help your team winning. It just being.
I hear you, but like if you look at the players who have won this award, I don't think any of these teams have been bad between Vikings, Rams, Titans, Saints, Chiefs, Rams, Falcons, Panthers. Like they're all making the playoffs or the Super Bowl.
Yeah. If you were on a 4-win team, it'd be very hard to win this on like a 4 or 6-win team.
It's also like if you're.
Yeah, you're not gonna.
You're not gonna be a very good team if you don't have the players that can put up these numbers too.
You could, as a receiver, just get garbage yards or something. And you could. Calvin Johnson all those years didn't play on good teams. I mean, I don't know if he ever won anything like that. I don't know.
That was
should we keep drafting?
Yeah. He never won offensive player of the year.
I'll change my pick to my favorite pick on the board as I'll go unbiased. I'm going to change it to Kelsey 50-1. I do like that one at 50-1.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
They just don't give tight ends these awards, which is
I agree. I know.
Yeah, no, they don't. But if there ever was a tight end, it would be him.
All right, should we wrap up here? How many more picks each? I have.
I feel good about it, but
I'll go one. I'll go one. Does everyone have one more pick in them? I have one more. I'll take.
Yeah.
I'll go Waddle at 80-1. Again, just a talent play. He's got Hill to eat up the coverage. He's kind of an underrated player. That's going to be a passing offense. Do I think he's going to win? No, but at 80-1, again, I don't want to bet everyone, but if he said, hey, you have to put $50 on him at 80-1, I wouldn't feel bad about that bet at all. So Waddle 80-1.
Can I ask a quick question? Is there a world where the Saints are kind of good on offense this year?
Sure.
All right, Chris Olave plus 5,000, 50-1 there.
I thought about it.
I did too, and I just Is it on
Just
me?
sort of like, why would I?
I'm going. Man, this is wild. I'm going Trevor Lawrence 40-1. Just want to have a quarterback.
Okay.
I feel like this is the chance to everyone to take long shots, but I want to go against the grain. I don't even like this pick at all. It's my
Devontae?
least favorite pick. I know. Yeah,
No one's taking Devontae.
I'll take Devontae Adams. That's what I was gonna say. Is like I feel like it's the time to take long shots,
Not
but
terrible.
if we think the Raiders offense can be anything special, I mean,
I don't.
I'm overexposed on Raiders win total under. So
Yeah, I don't.
I agree. I agree,
Yeah.
but he's
Feel
just one of
about
those
that.
guys. I
You
mean,
want to wrap there, or do you want to go back around once?
That means Will just saw about somebody he
No,
wants.
no, I'm okay. I'm okay to stop. I'm curious. I'm just seeing what you guys think.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm good either way.
What are the odds that the offensive player of the year has not been picked? What would you need to bet that? Like nobody has him on our team right now.
I'm
Probably
telling you,
not.
I'm not even joking. It's gonna be Justin Fields, and we're all gonna look like an idiot. Like this whole thing is gonna be ruined by Justin Fields
Let's
winning
relax.
MVP.
No one's gonna look like an idiot for not taking.
Yeah,
Justin Fields,
it's not
no matter
just-
what happens.
Justin Fields is not winning. Like it's.
Can you look back? Can you look back at this and like after the end of the season, Fields is MVP, Offensive Rookie of the Year, and it's like, how'd your draft go, guys? Not great.
Right.
Not all.
Not great.
All right, if we're done, just guys that are reasonable that are out there still. Eckler, Tua,
Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry, which I wouldn't touch him at that
Did
age.
anybody like
wouldn't-
Josh Allen?
Calvin Ridley.
No one took
I
Josh
don't
Allen.
think anyone took Josh Allen. We should we keep picking? Let's go
No.
one more round. No,
There's
I don't
a
care. If you
lot
guys
of-
want to shut it down, we can shut it down.
a lot of good players out there. Still,
There really
but-
are. It makes
it.
this market fun.
It's
but it makes it
also,
hard.
I'm not gonna lie, it's also kind of funny if no one picks someone that wins. Like that'd be
Yes.
kind of like, like that'd be like a
That's what we're
funny.
trying
Like,
to avoid. Yeah,
I'm
that's
like
a good
okay
point.
with that. That'd be like hilarious.
It doesn't make sense that no one would take Josh Allen at this point. To
I
be honest,
agree.
like we're just like throwing the darts at all the QBs around him and not
Yes,
hitting him for
yes.
some reason.
That was honestly that was an oversight by me. I didn't.
Me
know
too.
that.
I just think I just looked past his name.
Is it Brian? It's Brian's pick back around, right?
No, we can't name the players that are available to just keep picking.
Yeah, true. No, it's fine. Yeah, leave him hanging.
All right. Well,
I have 3 quarterbacks. I went I feel like I went quarterbacks in this. I don't know why. I just feel like it's been what 4 years. Maybe we got a quarterback this
3?
year.
somebody in the
Yeah.
draft said 3 drafts dominated by Will. What else is new? And then he deleted.
No
the
one's saying
comment.
like, you have to have proof, man. You can't
Yeah,
just.
I
He
need
just said it. It was
screenshot.
right there in the chat. He deleted it quickly, but I don't know how he deleted it. But
Also,
when Will doesn't win a single award, I want to get a little cut of every time he said draft dominant.
yeah, we're gonna
I'm
need.
just saying what the
that-
people. I don't agree with these people. I'm just saying what the people are saying.
I mean, yeah, and that's a thing is like, aren't like the people mostly stupid? So like, who is your sources here? You know?
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm just saying what the people are saying.
I'm looking at these board too. I'll say this: 4th pick, Justin Jefferson. Man, winning back to back, like realistically, what do you have to do if you're Justin Jefferson to win
Break
Offensive Player of the Year
record.
back
Yeah,
to
you have to
back
outdo
without
yourself. I agree.
without doing like an MVP type of season? You know, I mean, like, I know wide receivers don't win it, but like to win it back to back, that's gotta be.
You have to have like insane numbers. Like
Yeah.
you have to do better than the year before. Like you can't
break
do
the
the same-
receiving record. He
Yeah.
didn't break the receiving record last
No,
year, did he?
Cup did. No,
No.
Yeah.
He
he
could
was
do
on
it though.
pace.
If someone breaks the receiving record, they're gonna like vault to be the favorite to do it. When you have the
Yeah.
extra game and you can do it. Well, Cup did it in 17, I think. too.
Touchdowns too, man. Touchdowns.
Yeah, any sort of record though, like if you like the receiving yards record is I think attainable. But I think both guys were on pace to get it. Like
Uh,
nobody's ever gotten 2,000 yards before. Or am I making that
Oh,
up?
Cooper did, right? Isn't that the
Okay.
record now?
Like 2070. I remember Hill was on
Yeah.
pace to break it, and then he got hurt or Tua got hurt. I
Did
forget which
Hill not
one.
get 2,000 last year?
And then Tua got hurt, and like it turned into
Right.
such shit. I was on
Right.
both. I had both guys, so like I was okay, but I
Yeah.
had a lot more on Tyreek.
Yeah,
Yeah, I bet Jefferson before the year. So I think middle of the year, I was like, Tyreek Hill can win it if he doesn't. Jefferson's in good shape. So I jumped in. That's what happens with these awards too, where you just put a good number in your pocket.
I was
and
the-
he's
I
gonna
was the
miss, and
opposite
you can
way.
Bet somebody else.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Yeah.
just went the route that it's like really rare the 3 positions when it's 3 straight years. So I just went a lot running back, quarterback, tight end randomly.
Yeah.
Not that
Yeah,
that
no.
matters. That doesn't matter. In my head, it made sense.
Cup was short 60 yards of 2,000.
Okay. Yeah. So nobody's ever done 2,000.
get
And somebody will
2,000
too
as a
because these guys are
receiver.
all sniffing around it. There's the extra game.
Yeah.
Somebody's
Yeah.
going to get 2,000 yards, which
And,
would
and I
make them.
think I think if you're a wide receiver, you get like 17 touchdowns, honestly, and you have like 1,500 yards plus. I think that can also do it.
Right. But I think the round number of 2,000 just gets
Sexy.
people's attention, and it's a record breaking thing. And the fact that people, like, we have the extra game now, that's something to think about. All right, we're done. Anything else?
No,
I'll be tweeting out summer league stuff.
Another victorious day for me. I appreciate you guys. Josh, Brad, Brian, thank you to Goldboys, Sleepers, Pickett. We'll be back tomorrow doing something, discussing something. Maybe NBA season win totals. Maybe we'll draft.
Oh, yeah. Let's do it.
See you guys tomorrow. Good luck with all your plays.